and we are back for week 2 of the rebirth of Girls on GRAPS, hosted by myself and Anna once again. We're going to be talking a bit about Iyo Sky and what her match should be at Mania, Grand Slam, because that's this weekend in Brisbane, and whatever else just kind of comes up in chat. Please like, subscribe, send your super chats if you're feeling generous, any takes, any topics you want to chat about. And we'll probably be live for about 90 minutes or so. We've got a little bit of an out of the time that we need to be done by, but other than that, we're just going to be hanging out, having a chat, probably talking about movies. I'll probably talk about Prague a fair bit. But before we get into any of that, Anna, how are you?
Hello. I'm doing very well, guys. Sorry that I had to push the time today. I was very busy baking again. We did today this thing. It's called pastel de nata. It's a Portuguese dessert. It took 6 hours to be ready, so it was a very long process. I needed the time for it, but I'm glad to be back, and I thank you guys for being here, watching us tonight. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for hanging out with us. It's always very fun to see recurring names in the chat. I see that Lexi's here. Hi, bae. I miss you. I need to text you because I have so much gossip. But regardless of that, I have new nails on. It's been a while since I've had my extensions on. So here are my Valentine Day nails.
That's so cute. I have green nails because I am single.
Listen, I am also. I just like a themed nail. There is no one keeping me off the market. What a way to start. Happy Valentine's week, everyone. You know what? That could be fun. If you got any fun Valentine's Day stories or embarrassing ones, yes. I don't know.
Or questions. Oh, if I tell mine, it's gonna it's gonna be very heavy. It's not gonna be funny. So, the story I could tell, it's very depressing. I don't want to change the mood like that.
I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit. We were ready to go like 15 minutes ago. However, I did go on holiday last week, and I had to fill Anna in on some shenanigans. So you gotta do what you gotta do. Going to a football match for Valentine's. Hey man, I am going to a wrestling show. So, swings and roundabouts. Romantic. I will be in Manchester.
Wrestling is very romantic,
It's it's very romantic. Oh my god. This is my pre-B-day stream. Your birthday is tomorrow. I did know that. It's Lexi's birthday tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, I might be lying. I'm pretty sure it's 30.
Okay. Send happy birthdays to Lexi. And also send super chats, guys, please. Let's support the girlies. Let's
support the girlies. Ask you shall receive.
Thank you so much. Yes.
We'll go into it. I know we normally usually let them build up, but we'll go into one. Just a chill guy, Meatwad, $4.99 super chat. What are the ladies' favorite Disney Channel or Nickelodeon theme songs, or just childhood nostalgia songs in general?
That's a good ass question.
That's a really good question.
Okay, Nickelodeon for me. Okay, Nickelodeon and me, like Big Time Rush. Come on, I don't have like a.
Anything Big Time Rush.
Big Time Rush was my shit. Everyone like going crazy over One Direction. Big Time Rush, through and through.
Yeah, I wasn't a One Direction girly.
Big Time Rush, and they had the Snoop Dogg song.
Yeah,
they had a Snoop Dogg picture. Like, come on, that's a real art right there. Victorious is also good. The Make It Shine, and that one, right?
I wasn't a Nickelodeon child.
Carly.
I'm not as familiar with Nickelodeon theme songs. Disney Channel was my shit though. The That's So Raven theme song gets stuck in my head all the time.
Iconic.
So good. Like all the early 2000s ones. So.
Yeah, I have like a thing because in Brazil, the Nickelodeon shows, they had the theme songs were in English, but the Disney Channel shows, they were Portuguese. They did like the version. It was translated. So I know all the Disney Channel songs. I know them in Portuguese. I do not know them in English. I could not sing them in English for you guys. I know Hannah Montana was the only one in English, so that's the only one that I know. But all the other ones, like Wizards of Every Place, Sunny with a Chance, like whatever it was everything in Portuguese.
all.
Like all of them. So I just have no idea how they are in English. That's so Raven. I know the whole song in Portuguese, and
Oh my
Nickelodeon,
god,
they're all in English, so I know them.
that's fascinating. I've never thought about something like that.
Yeah,
Learning
they were
things.
bangers, like Portuguese bangers.
Yeah. The Wizards of Waverly Place one's really good.
Drake and Josh is a good song.
Yeah.
Take some time to realize. But Drake's all Drakes, I guess, are fucking bitches. But we're over 5 minutes. I was
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I probably swore at some point in the intro. I wasn't keeping track. I always forget.
Yes. The iCarly Victorious collab was crazy. That episode, amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love the collab episodes growing up. Like the Hannah Montana Sweet Life, That's So Raven crossover, just iconic.
And when they did the Sweet Life on Deck as well.
Yep.
No, that was the name of the show. Like the Hannah, Sweet Life on Deck. Wizards on Deck. Like it was Sweet Life on
Wizards
Deck
on Deck, yeah.
Like it was so good. I loved every time they interacted. Do you remember the Jonas Brothers show?
The Jonas Brothers had a show.
They had like 2 seasons. It was very short, and there was this like the blonde girl called Chelsea. I don't know. I just have like fever dream memories of this TV show. It was right after Camp Rock.
It was right after Camp. It was
called Jonas. Yeah. Yes.
I have no recollection of this. What year was
Chelsea?
This?
Yeah, I don't even know. There was the blonde girl Chelsea, that she was the main love interest of Joe Jonas in the show, and I remember her because she played the villain in the Bratz movie.
She played the villain in the Bratz movie. Iconic. Truly iconic.
That's real cinema
I
right there,
haven't thought about the Bratz movie. It's so long.
The Bratz movie, it's so iconic. I'll never forget the fucking thing. There's the character, the main love interest, he's deaf. And then, like, there's the scene that the girl, Nina, she slams into him. No, Nina was her name in House of Anubis, like the main girl. I don't know her name. Yeah. She's supposed to be Latina, but she's, like, so white. And then she slams into the guy in the hallway. And she's like, "Watch where you're going. Are you blind?" And he with his back to her, turns, "No, but I'm deaf."
That is glorious bit of writing.
And she said that she was not turned to him while she said it, you know? So I'm like, how did he hear that?
Yeah, hang on. If he's deaf, how does he know what she said?
Exactly. No, but I'm deaf. The whole movie is on YouTube, guys. Please. That's like such a horrid movie, but I love it so much. It's like a childhood classic for me. And House of Anubis, insane show. I thought in my mind,
I've never seen it, but I've heard good things.
In my mind, my 10-year-old mind, however old I was, that was The Sopranos. Like I thought that was the best show in the world. Best show in the world. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there was some good ass shows growing up. I don't know that they would hold up. I have gone back and watched Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. It's not great in some parts, but some of the jokes do still hit. Like, there is still some funny parts.
I loved Sunny with a Chance, the Demi Lovato.
Yeah,
Sunny with a Chance. Dylan Cooper. Really, guys, those shows they were so real, so real.
Yeah. Thinking back, thinking about a lot of the love interests in these childhood shows, it's making me realize a lot about myself now that I'm thinking about
Chad Dylan Cooper. Look, I like the type of man that I like today because of Chad Dylan Cooper. Like, I'm so sorry. And there was the movie with the guy, Starstruck. That was like the guy. It was like a fanfic. Do you remember Starstruck?
Yes, I remember Starstruck. Mackenzie Falls.
Guys, Good Luck Charlie. Oh my god. Yeah, there was the guy that cheated on the girl in Good Luck Charlie. And that was like just an
he had 2 girlfriends.
Yeah. Yes. It's like,
and they both met up in like the smoothie place, and it was just like, oh, this is my cousin. And they both dumped the smoothies on him. Wasn't it Spencer? I might forget. It was the guy that cheated Spencer.
Spencer. Yes. And it was Teddy, the girl. Bridget Mendler. First of all, what a woman. Her songs were hits in my MP3. They were just going crazy.
Just popping off. Oh dear.
Yes.
Teddy should not have gotten back with Spencer. You're so correct. I don't know why Teddy ever went back to Spencer.
Zoe 101, I loved Zoe 101. I did not miss one episode. I genuinely think I watched every single episode of Zoe 101 in my life. I was obsessed. And there was this season with
I don't
Austin
know that
Butler. Austin Butler was the
in
love
that
interest
show?
for a whole season. Yeah. So he was the love interest of like Britney Spears' sister.
What the hell? That's unreal. What? Remember
Yeah.
H2O? H2O is the whole
Yeah.
reason that I do an Australian accent sometimes. Cleo, no! The condensate!
Oh my. I was okay.
I'm so sorry to every Australian.
I loved it. When I was last year for like a month, I got like very sick and I was in the hospital for a week. I was every day watching H2O on my phone. That shit got me through. I'm sure that H2O healed me more than any medicine because I was just there like in the hospital bed just watching Cleo or Normal, and then they have like the house party, and then a water like a drop of a drink falls in one of them, and they have to run to the bathroom because of
just run into. Oh, it was so silly, and I loved it so much. Such a good show.
Oh my god, that's such a classic.
God. Being a kid was so easy. It was so
amazing.
Easy.
Do you?
I don't like being an adult.
No, this is not fun anymore. Please. No, like, do you remember that? I don't know. There is one movie that I genuinely believe I'm like the only person that ever watched it. It was a Disney movie, Stuck in the Suburbs.
Stuck in the Suburbs. I've not heard of that one. No.
With Taron Killian of SNL and Brenda Song, and the girl that played the girl that was in The Flash and also in Sky High. Stuck in the Suburbs.
Stuck in the Suburbs. Hang on, I can't type very quickly.
I loved that movie. That was my Citizen Kane. So like I was obsessed with it. It's a real movie. It's about this two girls, like this. Yeah, Taron Killian. He's like this huge pop star, and then he goes to film a video in their city, in their like suburb town, and they accidentally switch phones with his agent or something, and they start acting like his agent. And
wait, this sounds vaguely familiar. Tries to return the phone but is denied entry to the hotel. I can picture like flashes of this movie. Now that I've seen like the two main girls' face, I think I know this. I would have to rewatch it, which is rewatching old Disney movies. It's hit or miss. It really is hit or miss.
It's gonna be an experience. It's a good thing to do while drunk.
Yeah.
No.
I just wanna. We literally had a decom talk on Relight 2 weeks ago, and Chuck was so uncultured. Listen, man. I was not uncultured on Disney Channel original movies. I just have a terrible memory. I watched all of this growing up. I was going to say something that's a bit deep. I was going to say I've been through some shit. Let's just move on. Let's not be doing that.
We don't need to talk about it.
We don't need to talk about it because I can't remember. Shy Todd's first $5. Blazed through English spy thrillers / comedy slow horses over the last 10 days. Gary Oldman and Kristen Scott Thomas are amazing. Highly recommend. I've never heard of it, but I do like Gary Oldman. So spy thriller comedy. If this is a TV series, it sounds like something I could. Sounds like something I could get into.
4 seasons. There's 4 seasons.
How many episodes per season?
It's Apple TV. Oh, Apple TV is killing it lately.
Apple TV has some good TV shows.
6 episodes per season. Oh, that's doable.
Oh,
it's written by Will Smith? Oh, not that Will Smith. Okay. Not that Will Smith. Okay. It's a British show.
If it's 6 episodes per season and there's 4 seasons, I could watch that in a day.
That's very British. I love British TV shows because sometimes like you open like a random show and you're like, oh my god, it's gonna take so long to watch. Look at the amount of seasons, and there's like 4 episodes per season. And you're like, okay. Well.
Yeah, honestly, I love things. I'm currently rewatching Friends because I just needed a background show for when I was doing my nails yesterday. I was like, I haven't rewatched Friends in a couple of years. It's been like 6 months since I last watched it, probably actually. But like, I'm already on season 2, episode 7, because the episodes are like 25 minutes long. 20 minutes long, and you can just
Yeah.
burn through them so quickly. Love TV
I
series
need
like
like
that.
I love like a good comedy recommendation because I feel like I watched every good sitcom that exists
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have
Yeah,
anything
for
else
real.
to watch and I'm like suffering because I'm missing 30-minute TV shows, you know? Now every time that I want to just like quickly watch one episode while I'm eating, I can't because there's no TV shows that I can
There's nothing
watch.
to
I
watch.
watched
Have you ever
everything.
watched Community?
Yes, I watched
Ugh.
all of them. I'm way too obsessed with sitcoms. I think I literally think I watched like every like solid good sitcoms from the past years, you know? There's nothing
Mm-hmm.
left. There's nothing left. I'm
Oh,
restarting Curb Your Enthusiasm. Zoe Sunny Philadelphia is my favorite TV show. I literally
I've
watched
never
Zoe
seen
Sunny.
Curb.
I watched Zoe Sunny 10 times. It's amazing.
Oh
I'm
my
not
god.
exaggerating. Peep Show, yes, I've seen Peep Show. Guys, I've seen everything. I don't know what to tell you. I need like better cuts, please. I
Do
watched
you
all
need
of
some
them.
deep cut stuff?
Yes. All the main ones, seen it, been there, done that.
Yeah,
Good.
probably anything that's like of note, you've probably seen, I imagine. Let's get on to another super chat real quick. As soon as I am all over the place today, chat. Young Blink 1090.
Hey, eyes. That's Brazilian.
Thank you. Iyo Sky
Brazil,
will be champion at Mania on my life. I hope so, man. I love Iyo.
please, I would sacrifice my firstborn kid, like for Iyo to be champion of Mania, for like her to walk out with the championship, you know, just at this point, just for her to have a match at all, you know, like
Yeah.
I would be
As long as
glad of
she's
that.
on the Mania card, I will be satisfied. But if she walks out with that belt, whew, winning. God
Oh,
bless.
that would be
I love
amazing.
Iyo Sky.
Yeah,
We'll get into that.
we can get into that now. I think like just go from it
Yeah, we'll
because
have a chat about it.
now, yeah, I saw the thing that her and Rhea are gonna have a match, and of course, like when I already saw they started kind of acting weird with each other and all of those. It's way too early for for women for it to be a WrestleMania build up because for men WrestleMania build ups are years. So I was like, yeah, this is not gonna be the WrestleMania build up. They're just doing this to like satisfy people, and then at least maybe a match in Elimination Chamber and a pay-per-view. No, it's gonna be at a fucking Raw.
Is that
Triple
okay?
H.
So I hadn't really been on Twitter much today, but I saw someone tweet, what do you mean the Raw after the Chamber? Is that what that was in reference to? That's when they're running that match?
Yes.
Triple H, are you stupid?
He is. He is.
Are you,
Like, you know what we need to do? We need to do a Kofi Mania a yes movement for Iyo.
Yes,
fuck
we were
the
talking about
heat.
this last week.
You literally, the fucking fans, they stood behind a guy who cannot wrestle, who had one of the worst WrestleMania matches of all time with his own brother, who he knows his whole life.
Who grew up with? They shared a womb.
And they were tag team champions together multiple times. Like, they've been in the ring multiple times. If there's anyone you should be able to wrestle against, is the person that you know the best. And they still had a shit match. And the crowd stands behind that man because he says yeet, while you have fucking Iyo Sky, one of the best wrestlers in the world, no matter the gender, and you're like, what is happening here? What are we doing? You know, we need hashtags, we need movements, we need posters, we need to hijack the same thing with, like it was Kofi Mania. We need to do something, guys. We need to do something, guys. Please.
Yeah. The thing is, WWE fans, they're not. This is going to be controversial. I'm going to say something controversial right now. WWE fans, for the most part, are not wrestling fans. The people in those live arenas, they don't care what's going on in the ring. As long as they can do something along to the theme song, they can say the fun catchphrases, they can buy the merch, they can rep the brand. They don't care what's happening in the ring. And I don't mean that as an insult. If that's what you're into, wonderful, fantastic. I'm glad there's a product that exists for you. But it is frustrating seeing some of the best talents in the world in that ring and not being treated as such because that's not what the audience cares about. It's frustrating as a wrestling fan.
It is very frustrating. And the fact I still die. I know we talked about it, but I need to bring it back. When they did when the fans were trying to do like a hype video, a highlight reel of Jey Uso, and it's like just
It's all just
entrances.
it's all just cheating.
It's like it's one super kick and then
Yeah.
like this
It's like a super kick, maybe like a fucking, I don't know, a dive, the dive that he does off the top rope. Like, brother, if your highlight packages is more of you walking down the ramp than being in between the ropes, what are we doing?
and I can see, but we can see that the audience does, like, they do like Iyo, because at the Rumble, like you said, there was parts of the women's Rumble that it was just dead, like quiet, dead. And then every time Iyo did something, the crowd would like make noise and react.
Yeah.
You know, and then Triple H sees this and like, let me think how to reward her. Oh, match on Raw. Okay.
Match on Raw.
It's Triple H
so
after fucking days.
You will start coughing.
I'm gonna slap that big nose straight out of your face, like if you don't, correct about you.
This also. Every time I see a Jeff Hardy comparison, a little piece of me dies inside. Where did this come from? Why do people keep tweeting, you guys would have hated Jeff Hardy if he came up in modern WWE? Jeff Hardy could fucking wrestle. That man was wrestling his ass off and diving off of ladders at the age of 17 years old. What are you talking about?
Exactly. You see his moves, like the shit that he did in the ring. Like he would go in the ring like every time and put his fucking life on the line. You know,
he would do like himself physically for this shit.
And mentally, like his life is fucked because he decided to give everything he had like to wrestling. And when he stepped in the ring, he would do everything. And you want to compare him to Jey Uso?
Jey Uso,
a wrestler.
Like what are we doing? Like what?
What is the? It's literally the only comparison that you can make. Oh, he was a tag team guy with his brother. They were a successful tag team, and then like he did single stuff and was successful somehow. Like that's a bare comparison, but you cannot put they're not even on the same level. Okay.
There's just make it make sense.
And Jeff Hardy, he was in a level of popularity that even like not wrestling fans, like everyone knew who Jeff Hardy was, like his videos, whatever. And it wasn't. Yeah, he was viral in a time before like things could go viral. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he was
the guy, and I'm sure Jey Uso is a lovely man. Can't fucking wrestle. He ain't good at his job. That's not fair to say. He's good at entertaining WWE audiences, but he ain't good at wrestling.
Exactly, yeah. And that's just like such a crazy comparison. I was in school in Brazil, and sometimes I would get to school and there would be people like showing videos of Jeff Hardy jumping like off ladders and stuff. You know Genuinely. What I mean? Like, you know how hard it was for that to reach us there? And you want to compare him to Jey Uso? Some people just need to check themselves. It's insane.
Absolutely, some people need to check themselves. Because just what are we doing? He's Jeff fucking Hardy. But anyways, Iyo Sky, dear God, do I want her in a match at Mania?
Please. Yeah, what I can see now, I don't think she would have a singles match against Rhea, but I could see happening the triple threat option. Maybe, with Bianca involved, or like I could see that being a possibility. Or like I said, if she has like a very good match and the fans decide to hijack and do the whole we want Iyo, that's my dream. That is my dream that like a Kofi Mania, a Becky, like yes movement kind of situation happens with the wrestler that I really, really love, like Iyo. And it's like very underrated for their talent, because that was the case with the other wrestlers as well that it happened to. But it's my dream for that to happen with Iyo.
I put these nails on literally an hour ago, and I've already popped one off. I'm so over it. This is why I don't worry anymore. Anyways, but yeah, I would love to see a woman get that kind of motion and that level of support from the fans. And I think Iyo could genuinely do it given the time and space. And she has that connection with the crowd already.
She doesn't even need to have like the most perfect English or everything. Then the crowd, like it's always behind her. They support her, because she's just insane in the ring, and she just goes there and she does everything. Like she's She's fucking great. She's so great. She's so great.
So
She's one of the
fucking
best wrestlers in the world for years now, you know? And
yeah.
I really, yeah. A triple threat with Bianca, I'm okay with. That would go so fucking hard. That would be a banger. They could build the whole thing like, oh, like the 3 women who were champions before, like an NXT champions, like this and that. Like they had those stories that crossed before, whatever. But a triple threat with Liv Morgan, no. Keep them in the tag division. Liv and Raquel
Liv's had her
there.
time. Listen, I don't even dislike Liv. Then again, I don't watch her wrestle enough to really care either way. She should not be in that match, in my opinion.
Mm-mm.
It's not needed. It's not needed. There was a super chat about this, so I'm gonna put it up if I can find it. Graham 999 super chat. Thank you. If the rumored theory of Mania being a triple threat of Iyo, Rhea, Liv is true, while not ideal, is a path to champ for Iyo while keeping Rhea protected by Liv pin. Silver lining copium by me. That confused me so much, but I understand what you meant by the end of it. Yeah, I mean, that's dumb. Rhea can take a pin. Liv pinned her multiple times. She can take a pin from Iyo fucking Shirai. Like,
yeah. But I generally thought that the plan that they were saying was to push Liv and Raquel as like a tag team to compete for the
that's
titles
what
at
I
Mania. I
thought.
thought that was the plan. Where is this rumor coming from? Because in the last thing that I saw was that was the original plan. Maybe they switched it because they made it seem through the interactions and the things that's going on that if it is a triple threat, Bianca would be involved in some capacity.
Yeah.
You know, so but there's still like the Jade story that we don't know what happened. She was attacked months ago and no one gives a fuck anymore. The Naomi story, like we don't know what's going on there also. So we'll see like how they are gonna. And also people say like, yeah, if it was with Bianca, it would be at all babyface triple threat, and then maybe someone would have to turn, someone would have to do something. I don't know. But it would be a banger. I would really like to watch that match. But you know, WWE never gives us what we want, as seen by Gunther versus Jey Uso.
Yeah. Gunther versus Jey Uso.
Gunther, he had a Sami Zayn match. He had Drew. He had Sheamus at WrestleMania, and now he's having Jey Uso. That's like the biggest fucking downfall. And he went from having those amazing matches, being a mid-card champion, and now he's world champion, and you give him Jey Uso WrestleMania. I cannot believe that. I'm sorry, guys. Like that's unbelievable to me still.
It's fascinating. It's fascinating booking. Like genuinely fascinating booking. I don't understand why they do what they do in these sorts of cases. Because if Gunther had such an incredible IC reign, and now his world title reign has been like kind of mid from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm. They're like afraid to put him against anyone. It seems like they are afraid to put him against their top guys, and all of their top guys are like, kind of just floating around Cody and his style.
Yeah.
So there's not even like a guy who's like a top big guy to go against him right now, and all of the other people that could be potential people to go against Gunther, they're like maybe they're too mid card, they're too small, because like a Gunther Andrade match would have gone really hard, like a Gunther Carmelo match. Like you have so many people that you could put in that position, but you're like, yeah, but they're not big enough. So you just kind of end up with this void of like, who do we put against him? You know, you can't commit to one thing or the other. Like,
yeah. And they just Adriana, this is so real. This is so fucking real. I support you so much for this. Adriana, are you going to Vegas? Let me know. Because if you are, we're gonna have to meet up at some point. But yeah, let's get through some more of these super chats whilst we're here. Just a chill guy Meatwad 199. Are y'all fans of the show Degrassi or ever seen it? I haven't seen it.
No, the only thing that I know of Degrassi is the scene of Drake getting shot.
I didn't even know that, so real.
It's the only thing I know from like the whole show. I love it. It's so
that's
funny.
So gas. Oh my god.
But no,
Chris,
Degrassi didn't play in Brazil at all, so I've never seen it.
Fair enough. Chris Lloyd, $2 super chat. Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov at Clash in Paris, please. That would get me to my first ever WWE pay-per-view. If I could see that match live, that would get me there.
Yeah, like I would go out of my way for this match,
I
and
would
I
go
know
out
it
of my
would
way
be
to see that.
insanely expensive, like insanely expensive.
Oh, it would be stupid. It would be stupid money.
Yeah.
But I have a big girl job now, so by that point, I'd be able to afford it.
Nice. I hope that by that point I have it as well. But when Bash in Berlin already happened, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah, Bash in Berlin happened
passed.
last year, so now it's Clash in Paris, and it's the weekend after Forbidden Door in London.
Okay, yeah, because if they would do it again, then that could be a possibility as well. But Clash in Paris. But I don't know what the main event of that show would be, but anything with Gunther and Dragunov, I'm there. Like I don't
Honestly,
care the house show, like whatever it is, I am there.
If AJ Styles is still in the company, then it would be AJ versus someone, because he was so over. Imagine they run AJ Styles versus Jey Uso.
I would...
Imagine. They would.
Don't even joke about this. I'm already mentally preparing to have to see like a 30-minute Jey Uso segment in like 2 months. No, 2 months. Next month. Oh my god. Next month when I go to Raw, I'm just gonna have to sit through a 10-minute entrance and a 30-minute segment of him saying yeet. That's gonna be my bathroom break. I could not deal with that. I cannot fucking deal with that. Please. Like that's the worst part for me.
I hate it. But that match, the atmosphere would be fucking incredible. It would be so nuts.
If AJ decides to go crazy like he's going, he just like juices up before the match like crazy and decides to just do his thing, who knows? It's still AJ Styles, like, but
the crowd doing the fucking ES Phenom, na na na, and then just followed by the fucking year. Oh, I can picture the vibes.
Charlie, do not bring this upon us.
Also, chat.
The worst.
Chat. I love chat. I love you. They're not gonna waste AJ versus Cena on an international pay-per-view. I'm afraid. I don't think that will happen in France.
Only if Cena politics for it and is like, I want this match.
Yes.
But
it would have to be a Cena pull for that to happen.
Yeah.
My God.
The thing is, okay, Kyle, he put like scenes when Jey Gunther is a shoot 4.25 and then it just disappears. The thing is, my point is, it's a Gunther match. I don't think it's going to be a bad match because Gunther is a fucking phenomenal wrestler, and he's the type of wrestler that makes everyone who's in the ring with him be better, and he's able to have very good matches with even like ass wrestlers because he's just great. So I don't think the match is going to be bad. My issue is not with the match being good or bad. I think it's not going to be to the standard that it should be for a WrestleMania main event, but my issue is that is in that position in the first place, that we have to see Jey Uso be a world champion. I really hope it's a short title reign, because if I have to see Jey Uso defenses in every pay-per-view or like most pay-per-views, I cannot do this. There will be no more Girls and Graps. There will be no more Worldwide because I will not be watching.
Adequate live on it.
Like,
Oh dear. Jey Uso's so getting a 5-star match this year. Did the Bloodline tag? Not the Bloodline tag. Yes, the Bloodline tag. Did that get the one in Money in the Bank? Did that get 5 stars?
No, I think what got 5 stars was Sammy and Kevin versus the Usos. The WrestleMania. I think that was.
We might already have a 5-star match. To be fair, that match fucking ruled. So fairs.
It's Kevin and Sammy again. 2 phenomenal.
It's Kevin and Sammy, yeah.
Exactly. You know, like the logic that I have in my head, right? When I mentally divide wrestlers in my head. Okay, I say like, okay, you have ass wrestlers, you have acceptable mid wrestlers, you have good wrestlers, you have great wrestlers, and then you have like phenomenal wrestlers, which is like a very exclusive group. Ass wrestlers are people who are just ass, that even if they're in the ring with a phenomenal wrestler and they're carried throughout the whole match to have like an acceptable match, you still can see like, okay, yeah, they did not do like fucking anything. They're still very much ass. And when ass wrestlers wrestle any type of wrestler who is below the phenomenal or excellent tier, the matches are gonna be also like very mid or ass.
Mm-hmm.
Mid wrestler, he can carry himself. He can have like a good match if he's wrestling a good wrestler, and he can have like a very okay match if he's wrestling like an excellent wrestler. But if he's wrestling a mid wrestler or an ass wrestler, then the match is gonna be mid or ass. Good wrestler can have good, like amazing, excellent matches with better wrestlers, very, very good matches with other good wrestlers, but he cannot carry a mid or ass wrestler to a great match.
Yes.
And then now you have the great and phenomenal wrestlers, which are the ones that no matter who they are in the ring with, they can take good matches out of ass wrestlers, very good matches out of mid wrestlers, and then excellent fucking insane matches out of good wrestlers. And when they wrestle other excellent wrestlers, like a Kenny Osprey situation, like a Brian Osprey situation, they just have fucking mind-blowing stuff that is beyond anything you've seen before, you know, that is just beyond excellent. So these are the tiers that I have in my mind when I'm talking about wrestlers. So when I say, for me, Jey Uso is an ass wrestler, he's not even mid for me, it's because that's what I see from him. You know, that's how I analyze his matches most of the time. And then, yeah, this is, and for me, Kevin and Sammy, they are like close to the phenomenal tier of wrestlers that they can really take those amazing matches out of like most people. I would say maybe more great than phenomenal. Phenomenal for me is the very exclusive group of like Brian, Osprey, Kenny, like those guys, you know?
Yeah.
Who are very, very few people in the world. Like, we have to be very honest. And Gunther, for me, he's also like kind of right there, you know?
So, he like sits at that like in between stage.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, if he could just be like, let go, like you do, go there and do whatever you want in the ring, he could be very phenomenal, you know?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Well, yeah, this is how I divide them in my head, but I am not happy with the situation. I think I made it clear.
Yeah, in case you guys didn't guess, Anna is not okay with this.
And there is levels below than S. For example, someone mentioned Solo Sikoa. I do believe that there are levels that are just like, you should not, like Britt Baker for me. I'm just gonna call it the Britt Baker level. I cannot even call anything else, which is just the level like, you should not be a wrestler. Okay?
Bro, that's a real spill right
levels there. Here. Though you should not be a wrestler and not have a good match to save their fucking life.
Well, this next super chat. Bob the Builder, $2 Canadian. What's your interest level in Storm May this Saturday? Like a 7 out of 10 for me. I'm quite invested. I've quite enjoyed their feud.
Yeah, I think the feud is very, very good. It seems like they're headlining. So this being like the main event for me would be amazing. I would be very surprised if the main event is not Kenny and Osprey versus Takeshita and
it's a TV special and not a pay-per-view though, so
yeah. So but I think if they, because it is objectively like one of their biggest storylines if you just see like purely by the numbers, you know, and everything.
Yeah.
But it should headline, and if it is actually like the main event and everything, then I think my excitement is gonna grow even more because I'm just excited for them getting that spot. But I think the story, like, of course, Tony, what a woman! Like, oh my gosh, she's so incredible at what she does. And I hope the match. I really liked their first match, but it still felt for me like watching it live. Like we were at Wembley, you know.
Yes.
And like I had a good time, but it still felt like they could be doing more. You know, there's still like more to do here. So I feel like I hope that they can really go through with everything and reach the level that I thought that they would reach in their first match. I like got to the, you know, to that point for me. I felt like I got like kind of cucked halfway through because I was getting invested, and then it was kind of like,
yeah, it does feel like that match did feel a little bit like they rushed the finish. So I hope they get more extensive time this time around. But it being a TV special does kind of scare me. But it's also not airing live. So do they really have time constraints? I don't know. I guess we'll see.
This whole show is a mess. Like, what it means not
the booking and the logistics and the like. Them saying it was always going to be a TV special, brother. You booked a stadium. Like, and I get that it's Grand Slam, and Grand Slam's always a TV special, but you booked a stadium. What are you doing?
Was such a dumb idea, especially like they book a stadium in Australia and not even in one of the big cities. You know how big Australia is? Like in Brisbane.
Brisbane,
If you're gonna,
of all places.
if you're gonna rent a fucking stadium, get a stadium in Sydney. Get a stadium like, I don't know, like what, Melbourne. Don't get a fucking stadium in Brisbane.
Like one of the places that's at least easier to get to.
Yes, that was so stupid planning from the start to finish. Like, just bad planning, bad promotion. The card, generally, I love the card. I think is great. It's something that I'm gonna like actually go out of my way to watch the full show and not just the specific matches, which is what I do most of the time. But just like, we could have done better here. Like, what was this? You know?
Right. Well, 20K in a stadium for the first Grand Slam. There is a precedent. That was in America. That was in New York. That is not Australia. There is a difference. That was in the country where I'm being barked at. That is in the country where their core fan base is at. Of course, they got 20,000 in for like the first Grand Slam and the card that they put on and like the appeal of it. Like, I don't think that's a valid argument in the slightest. Why would you go to... In the UK, it's different. It was different than running Wembley Stadium because of what that was and them running All In and it being the first time in the UK. And the UK is a lot easier to fucking travel to. And other than... I'm being distracted because Oscar is barking at me because he wants to come out. But that is my main point. Yeah. Grand Slam was in New York, All In was in London, and it was very accessible for fans all over Europe. They're running Brisbane. How are they gonna build a stadium in Brisbane?
No, people generally need to understand like the difference.
Adam, entertain chat a second. I will be back.
Okay. I think just people like just need to understand the difference like in the sizes of places, right? When you run a show in the UK, Europe is fucking tiny. Europe is like it's very easy to get anywhere. The most that you're gonna travel is maybe like 3-4 hours by plane, which is still very close. That's in Brazil just to go to a different state, for example, you know. And Australia is huge. It's not as easy or as cheap to travel around. In Europe also, like I went to the UK, you can go with fucking Ryanair, you can get trains, you can like, you know, the most you're gonna spend is maybe 100 to go and come back, which is still like very much okay, right? And I don't know how much it is in Australia. I generally don't know, but it's not the same. And I feel like it was just very, very, very bad planning. And it's so weird to be talking here by myself, guys. Please talk to me. I don't know. This is very, very scary. I don't feel like I've ever been in a podcast by myself. I'm having like a very weird moment right now. But I appreciate you guys being here. And I don't know how it is. Like, I've never been to the US. I don't know how it is traveling there, but I do. Yeah, I don't think it's also that easy.
I am going to have to dip again in a minute to let him in, but I'm back.
Okay. I was like terrified being by myself. But yeah, the plan was stupid from beginning to end. I really don't know what they thought they were doing. And I feel like maybe they didn't talk to the Australian people, like the talent that they had there from Australia. Maybe I feel like it missed maybe them asking, like hiring someone in Australia to like help them figure out the logistics. Like, there's no way that they believed that they could sell out at stadium in Brisbane. Like, they fully believed that. Like, who told them that they could do it? I need to know. Like, guys, I'm alone again. Yes, that's how I'm gonna be on Friday as well.
Oh my God, Anna.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, I was just saying, like, how it's like was very stupid.
Yeah, no, it was, and like, even if this was a thing where the government was like, hey, we want you to run a show here, use your brain. As the owner of a company, you know, like where your company's at, and like you get all the statistics of viewership and like how tapped in people are in certain countries and stuff. If you realistically think that you can run a stadium in a country like Australia, just off the bat, 5 years into having a company, I respect it. I respect the effort. But the level of planning, or just the lack of planning, it feels that's gone into this. And always having it be in a TV special is crazy to me. Because, like, and I get it. Grand Slam's always been a TV special. The first one was in a stadium. They've all been in stadiums. But there's such a difference in running Arthur Ashe versus running a stadium in a completely new market and new country. Like, I don't know. It just boggles my mind. It's like, I'm sorry. This would have been like if they had run Wembley Stadium on TV. If they had tried to do that, and they would have successfully done it as a TV episode as well, because it sold. Like, if that wasn't a pay-per-view and it was a TV special, it still would have done just as well. But it's...
no.
I don't know.
The whole thing,
I didn't mean to snap at your comment specifically. I am so heated about this whole situation with Australia. It's so fucking stupid.
Like, it was just like bad planning and just stupid logistics from beginning, you know, from the start, from the get-go. Like, whoever came up with the idea, like, what about Brisbane? Like, fire them. Like, come on.
It's like, fucking Brisbane.
Just bad. But like,
I respect it, but brother, Brisbane, at least do Melbourne.
Yeah, that's why you need, like, when you're running shows in different countries or just any type of event, you need to have, like, to hire some, like, I don't know, agency or someone from the country. From the ground. That understands and can give you, like, advice and can tell you, like, help you the logistics. Like, you need that. You know, you can be like by yourself. Because what I picture in my mind is just Tony Khan on his computer, stadiums in Australia. Like, that's what I imagine. He's just Googling it and say, like, oh, this one seems nice. Let's see if they're open.
Yeah. Charlie Straight booking on AEW's Manic Booking and Decisions. Brother, this is not a new thing. Welcome to the Wrestle Purist channel. I do this on a regular basis. All In build 2023. I was crashing out weekly because of how they were handling the promotion of that show. I was losing my mind. And should I get that invested into a company that doesn't pay me? No, probably not. Is it fun to rant about? Yeah, it's very interesting.
Danny said in the chat as well, they're airing it after the NBA All-Star game at like
11 o'clock
at night.
It's not even live. Like, what are we doing?
Bro, you know which day the NBA All-Star game is gonna be. Like,
why the fuck would you book it for that? Tony Khan, if you are listening, which I imagine you are, because what else have you got to do on a fucking Wednesday?
Probably prepare for Dynamite.
Yeah, please, for the love of God. I know you have brain cells in there. Please use them. For the love of God. Charlie, you are so real for those 2023 All In takes. They called me a madman. They said I was fucking nuts. They called me ungrateful and that I didn't deserve a pay-per-view in the UK. And then 6 months later, everyone flipped it and was just like, you know what? The All In 2023 build wasn't that great. You know what? The card wasn't that great. You know what? The show was a vibe show, but none of the matches were all that good. Where were you all 6 months before that when I was getting rinsed week in and week out?
I was there too. Like, I was doing last podcast at the time and all because I was just back from Japan. But like, the booking was shit. The whole show. I'm gonna be very honest. I didn't even watch it live because like
I watched it live because I was there. I had no choice in the matter.
The card didn't interest me enough to watch live. Like, I watched it
Kenny Omega was in a Kenny Omega was in a 6-man tag. Kenny Omega was in a 6-man tag, and I was coping so bad. I was just like, you know what? They're on the card. I can survive that. The main event was the most NXT bullshit I've ever sat through in my life. God bless anyone that enjoyed that and still thinks that it holds up now. I genuinely respect you for being able to sit through wrestling like that and be okay with it, to be honest. I don't judge people for their opinions, but that main event, diabolical, is the word I was literally just about to use. It was diabolical.
And they had the thing like in the pre-show, which was Aussie Open losing their titles.
Aussie Open got jobbed out. And they lost the Ring of Honor tag titles.
To a kangaroo kick.
For no reason.
Wait, I need to open that card again because I literally could not tell you, gun to my head, I cannot tell you 3 matches from this show. I know the main event. The Kenny match, I just remember because you told me, but I do not know who they were going against. I don't remember.
I remember like a few of the matches. Well,
I'm opening right now because I'm gonna read this card for you guys because I genuinely could not tell you, which is insane.
Was that when they lost to MJF and Cole? Yes. They lost
Yeah.
the Ring of Honor tag titles to MJF and Cole in the pre-show of All In.
Okay, so results. Better Than You Baby defeated Aussie Open in a tag team match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship in 7 minutes in the pre-show. Oh yeah, you had the hook Jack Perry, which was,
Real glass.
which we remember. We remember that one very well. And then it started officially with CM Punk and Samoa Joe. Hilarious match to watch right now.
Oh, very funny to watch back. Very good match in real time.
He's like shit eating grin like when he's walking out. It's like, what a guy.
Just saluting all sides of the fucking stadium. Just like, all right, man. See you in the third. Like,
yeah, and then oh my god, Bullet Club Gold. So Jay White and Juice Robinson and Takeshita with Austin Gunn, Colton Gunn, and Don Callis defeated the Golden. They defeated the Golden.
They won. They beat Hangman, Ibushi, and Omega.
Are you kidding me? I forgot that they had Jay White and Juice Robinson and Takeshita, defeating Hangman, Kenny, and Kenny. Kenny, you are like such a good person. Oh my god.
You know what pisses me off about this card is the amount of people that told me, oh, they've got to save matches for All Out. Oh, All Out needs to have good matches on it too. Fuck All Out. All Out wasn't in Wembley fucking Stadium for their debut show in the UK. What do you mean you are not front-loading your All In Wembley Stadium debut with your big matches? What the fuck was that argument? Oh my god.
Insane.
I'm rehashing feelings from like a year and a half ago.
And then they had Kenny versus Takeshita like the next week.
A week later on All Out. All Out was 10 times better than All In 2023.
Much better. Okay,
and that's the show that people thought were going to fall apart because it was in Chicago and Punk had just been fired. But no one gave a fuck because the show was great.
Exactly. I'm going to read the card for that one later. Let me keep going here.
Yeah,
after that, we had the tag team match, which was FTR against Young Bucks, which, it was nothing new.
That match made me sad. The best part of that match was people chanting, Wheeler's got a gun, Wheeler's got a gun.
Oh my god, yes. That was a mess. Love it. But it was just like, it's a match that we've seen 1,000 times at that point, like we didn't need to see it again. And then there was the Stadium Stampede match where
that match did rock. That match was very good.
And Penta with Alex Abrahantes, oh thank god Penta left, defeated the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio, Mox, and Yuta, Mike Santana, and Ortiz. Okay, that was a fun match.
I did love that match. Mox getting skewers put in his head in a ring in Wembley Stadium. Yeah, beast. Funny as fuck.
And then we get five a rating of 5 on Cage match. The AEW Women's World Title 4-Way match, where Saraya defeated Shida, Britt Baker, and Toni Storm in 8 minutes as the only women's match on the card.
Christ alive, bro. All I remember of that is Toni Storm coming out to God Save the Queen.
Yes. Oh my god. And I remember Saraya coming out to Queen with her whole family and no one giving a shit.
Yes.
The crowd was dead.
Listen, I'm going to let you into a very well-known secret in the UK. That family ain't popular. They're not a popular family.
I don't think that's much of a secret.
No.
There was a coughing tag team match. Darby and Sting defeated Christian Cage and Swerve.
I haven't watched that bad, but I did like that at the time.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then Osprey and Jericho.
That match fucking ruled. I'm sorry. Jericho was still like kind of good there. But it's Osprey,
Jericho, he was still like, he went downhill after that match. I feel like that was like the last breath. Like
that was the last performance. He performed Judas in Wembley Stadium and peaked.
Yeah, exactly. And then he realized, like, he had the Austrian match and like, yeah, I don't need to be good anymore. But then he went like extremely downhill. That was literally like
Mm-hmm.
watching the final episode of a TV show, you know, like, and you like the last of a good season, and you know that the next seasons are gonna be shit.
The next
It's like
season's gonna be
watching that, yeah,
yeah.
like watching the episode of The Office when Michael leaves, or watching like the season 3 finale of Arrested Development. Like, you know what's coming next is gonna be shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what it feels like to rewatch that match. And then afterwards, we have the World Trios title open house match, which is Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed defeated the House of Black for a title change.
They
Oh my God.
used a match on Wembley
Change
Stadium,
for
All
Billy
In,
Gunn and the
for a
Acclaimed.
Billy Gunn retirement story. They shot an angle. This was one of the best built matches on the card. They shot an angle where Billy Gunn was going to retire. He left his boots in the ring, and the Acclaim were just like, "No, Billy, you can't do that. We need to win the trio spells. We need you at Wembley Stadium." Tony Khan, what is your fucking issue? What is your problem?
I had forgotten about
AEW
that.
has an old man problem.
And like, he's still there.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still. To be fair, that's where the Bray tribute happened. Where in that did I criticize that? The House of Black were not the issue here.
Yeah.
I had no problem with the House of Black being the trios champions and having that spot on the card. Billy
Oh my God.
Gunn got a match in
Criminal.
Wembley Stadium.
The Acclaimed criminal. I'll never forget. Like, Max Caster is my number one enemy since the day that they did like the rap video, calling like was it the Guns trash that they do like
Yeah.
the and then they played the whole fucking music video to the shittiest rap song I've ever seen in my life on like a Dynamite, and I'm watching that shit live, wanting to kill myself, and just think like, if this is music, my God, I do not want to hear anything ever again.
Burn my ears out. Oh dear, retroactively getting angry about wrestling is so fun because I can't change it now. It's just funny to bitch out.
Exactly. And then the main event was MJF defeating Adam Cole. We don't need to talk about that. Let's see All Out 2023 cage match. Okay, so the overall score for All In was, let me see, do they have overall show? Yeah, 8.79. Quite strong. Most matches are at a 7 though, so I don't know how that happened. But for All Out, the week after, 9.23.
My God.
And then we have Better Than You Baby defeat the Dark Order. Let's not talk about that. And then you have a Samoa Joe defeats Shane Taylor in 6 minutes. Luchasaurus defeats Darby Allin, which was a banger. Miro defeats Powerhouse Hobbs. Fine. Then Chris,
I think I
Chris
remember
and
really
Ruby.
liking that match.
Fine. Then Brian and Ricky Starks, the strap match. NXT roster member Ricky Starks really ate on that one.
What?
When NXT roster member Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks is in NXT?
Were you not on Twitter? They debuted yesterday.
I didn't see it. What?
Are you kidding me? Literally, he showed up yesterday on NXT.
I have been ill. I have been so ill today. I slept for so long and then I was doing my nails.
But did
his contract just expire?
Yes, that's why I love contracts with no like non-compete. I love contracts with no compete. I love it. It's okay. It's so messy. But yeah, he just literally just show up. He showed up in the crowd. He cut like a promo. They did like a little backstage video, and then Shawn Michaels also like tweeted about him, but they didn't say his name yet. So people are thinking like, oh, maybe they're gonna change his name. Maybe we have True London among us.
Lol. Oh my god, that's unreal. Your algorithm is cooking, to be honest. Low key, I ain't seen nothing about Ricky Starks being in NXT.
My algorithm is just about like that Spanish reality TV show. My algorithm.
Yes,
I just get videos.
I just get
videos from Montoya.
I'm so invested. Montoya,
Yes,
brother.
did you see?
Get your leg back.
The-
he did.
Yeah, he did. But the
He got
videos
his leg
are
back.
hilarious. But the girl that gave the blowjob underwater, I was
I
impressed.
saw that. I was just like, what?
How do
Your
you do
breath
that? That's
control.
sports. Like Montoya, por favor. But I feel so bad for Sandra, the host, because she's always like, por favor, oh Montoya, por favor. And then the one that is the video of the woman watching her boyfriend getting the aquatic head. It's just like she's like, por favor, calma. And the girl is just like going crazy, like screaming and crying because of course she's watching like her man get like, how do you compete with it? I'm so sorry.
Head.
Underwater head. Aquatic head.
Okay, chat. I'm sure some of you know. There's a talent to be able to perform certain things with that level of breath control anyways. Underwater? When you're how is she like how is she
the water?
How is she not drowning?
Like you cannot there's like
how is she not drowning?
Bro, at that point, if I'm seeing that happening, I'm like, sure, I'm not even mad. I'm
just like, you can have him.
Yeah, you deserve it.
I can't compete with that.
Deserve it.
I almost said something crazy, but
where the aquatic head.
He can find us. It's fun.
Yeah, but no, that's like the most. Generally, I don't know where they found those people, but that it's so funny. Every clip that shows up on my timeline, I am dying. But the video of the underwater
chat, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it for my own mental well-being. I cannot say that on air.
The whole week I've just been going in my head, Montoya, por favor. Anita, Montoya. And like I forgot the name of the video of the aquatic head. Like that the host is so confused because she's not seeing the screen and she's just seeing the girl screaming and she's trying to calm down. I don't remember her name now, but she's just like screaming, por favor. Like, that's like the worst. That's the most stressful job in the world. Like this woman deserves like the highest paid salary because the shit that she has to, like she had to run after Montoya in the beach, you know. I'm so obsessed. Like they have to make a deal with some place to put that on streaming somewhere. Like I need to watch this whole thing.
Genuinely.
This is insane. The video, no, the
Temptation Island, brother.
Yeah, the Anita cheating on Montoya like the second time is diabolical. Like, the bed is shaking.
It is. There is like, I saw that clip and I was like, damn. Respect. like that level of
insanity. I am obsessed. So
it quite literally is psychological warfare. They are just shagging these people to get back at each other. Like you are playing so many games here, but aquatic head is fucking crazy. I can't get over it.
That was genuinely like I don't know how some people exist at this point. You know, I'm never gonna tell a man.
He cheated again, brother.
He cheated on her as well. Like that was. Like, that's the thing.
I've seen nothing about any of the other couples. Like it's all just.
Yeah, it's just. The aquatic head is from another couple. It's not Anita and Montoya. It's a different couple.
Oh my god, that's a different couple.
It's a different couple. That's what I'm saying. It's insane. It's fucking insane. I'm so obsessed. So like my timeline is just this. So today also for me to get to the tweet about Ricky Starks, I had to scroll for like 10 minutes of Temptation Island Spain and then I saw the tweet of Ricky Starks.
I never saw the tweet about Ricky Starks. Also, is there a grand prize or something? No. They are in this for the love of the game. There is no prize at the end of the show.
They're literally it's such an insane like even concept for a show. It's so fucking insane. Oh my god. It's just like taking your partner to an island with a lot of hot people to see if they're gonna be loyal to you. They are not.
They're not going to be. Like if you are a 20-something-year-old going on a show called Temptation Islands, you're gonna get cheated on. Like you have to be so secure or have blackmail on your partner to guarantee not being cheated on. Like, I'm sorry, but brother, they go on there for the free sex. I'm sorry, that's what it's got to be.
For me, it's just
regardless of that, no, I did not
like,
know that Ricky Starks debuted in NXT.
Yes, but I just like, for me, is the funniest thing that like they do that on TV. You know, that's literally
They just don't care.
They don't care how that's
this is like some X on the beach, big brother type shit. Like they just
but like, you saw the videos of Anita cheating on Montoya, and it's like it's crazy. She's riding that man, like she's they know what's happening. They know it's like being brought. Like, don't you feel ashamed? Don't you have friends and family that you're like, oh, maybe I don't want them to see me like riding this man like in front of the whole world? Like, what?
I'm speechless. I'm genuinely flabbergasted by the concept of this show. It's like,
it's incredible. Like the type of
it's quality entertainment. Don't get me wrong. The clips are so fucking funny.
Yeah, I need to do like a psychological study with the type of people that go on the show, because like it's just unbelievable. But yeah, this is Ricky Starks in NXT with his fuck ass like white tank top as always.
Oh my god, bro! He came in through the crowd. That's
he
crazy.
Came through the crowd. He cut like a promo, like the game changed, and then but we'll see what his name is gonna be, because they didn't mention it quite. I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
And Shawn Michaels, he also tweeted about it. Where's Shawn Michaels?
Damn.
And they just wait, I need to show this whole video because it's so funny.
Ay, brother. You know what, Ricky? Good for you, I guess.
This is a Temptation Island guy right here. He would be on that show first.
Oh, dude. Changing his name to Montoya and crying. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Absolute performance.
They're fucking killing me. Absolute Performer just broke me.
Absolute Performer. Oh dear. Let's go through some more super chats, because I also starred a message that I wanted to talk about before we get out of here. And realistically, we have about 20 minutes. So let's see. No, we've done this one. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Bob. And Champion, $2 super chat. Go to. Hashtag IWGP. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for Hiroki Goto. What a fucking match. The best IWGP heavyweight title match of the 2020s. Probably top 5 in the past, like, 15 years, if we're being realistic.
And people top like 10. Everyone knows we are Zack Sabre Jr. defenders, supporters. We're like ride or die, you know.
Yes, that's my boy.
That's our guy. That's our man right there. But man, it's Goto winning that title. Like, you know, you can't be against it.
You can't be like all the lead up they did, and all the PR, and all the fucking, like, just all the backstage interviews and chats that Goto had. If he had lost there, I feared for Zack's life. Like, I was genuinely terrified of what the reaction would be. But there's nothing wrong with a 4-month title reign. It's totally respectable. Zack had some really cool moments. I really enjoyed his title reign. Yeah.
Imagine if they had been like fucking smart about it and had made the main event of the Tokyo Dome this match with Goto.
Imagine. My god, that would be such unreal.
A different conversation right now.
Yeah. But no, I'm so. I skipped some of the matches because I didn't care about some of them. But like, I watched like most of the new beginning card. Really fucking good card. Also, how the fuck have House of Torture kicked out the War Dogs out of Bullet Club when House of Torture was a spin-off?
Wait, what happened now? The War Dogs are not Bullet Club anymore.
Like, House of Torture attacked Gabe Kidd and basically kicked the War Dogs out of Bullet Club. But
then who's in Bullet Club now?
But then, so are they finally disbanding Bullet Club after 11, 12? I don't know how many years at this point.
The War Dogs are like the only good thing about Bullet Club. And
this is what I'm saying. Did they officially
kick
them out, or they just starting a civil war thing? It might just be a civil war, but I saw people saying they got kicked out. I don't bloody know. I watched the show in Japanese, with Japanese commentary, so I don't know what they were saying on commentary. But yeah, I assume they got kicked out.
Yeah.
But yeah. How random. Good show though. Did enjoy.
Isn't it crazy that there's like more than one wrestling character nowadays that have like half of their gimmicks being the barks and having something to do with dogs? You know, isn't
everyone's just barking.
Yeah, why is everyone barking? Like, what was what's behind it? Yeah, me. I understand why.
We just go.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's Oof. I do enjoy the barking. Black Yakuza 94, $5. Well, $5 super chat. Y'all are just mad that your favorite wrestlers aren't as over as you. I'm not even gonna dig this part. That was a response.
Yeah,
thank you.
Of course, I'm fucking mad because my favorite wrestlers are good.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about
Dragon Master Adam, £5. Just finished watching Her 2013. What are your opinions on it, especially in 2025? Also, shout out Papa Goto, I love you. I've never seen it.
I watched it very long time ago. I think it was like 2014 or 2015. So I don't remember fully 100%. I remember Scarlett Johansson being the phone voice, and that Joaquin Phoenix, Rooney Mara breaks up with him, and he falls in love with the voice on the phone, like the AI of Scarlett Johansson. And I mean, I feel like that's already kind of happening, so it's not a very far thing from our reality. Like, it's one of those things that when it came out, you're like, haha, sure, and then now you're kind of like, oops. And so it's yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's a good movie. Joaquin Phoenix is great, and yeah. Great movie.
I'll check it out at some point. Anjan is what?
Spike Jonze, the director. It's kind of funny because he did like the movie is like a bit inspired by his relationship with Sofia Coppola, and I think that's I love when people like artists make art about each other. I think it's very cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Anjan PN, $2 super chat. Scenes when Hanger loses to MJF. Hashtag TK don't you dare.
The way that they treat my man Hangman, that would not be surprising.
Meh. I don't know what you want me to say to this, Anjan. Like, I've already ranted today. I'm all out of rants. I'm not going to go off on a Hanger rant at this point. If he loses to MJF, at least he's losing to a top star and not a 54-year-old man. I don't know. Like, what do you want from me? I'm so tired. Can you tell?
Hangman, it's so good that even with the booking and even like with whatever they throw his way, he still perseveres and he still is able to turn like shit into like wine, not even water, just shit. Like straight like diarrhea into drinkable wine. Like, he's a miracle worker.
He is.
And he's constantly being over. There's never been a time that Hangman has not been over in that company, and his reward, more diarrhea, so it's like, well,
suffering builds character. Anyways, this isn't a super chat, but I did want to talk about it. Who should Ospreay face at Forbidden Door in London? If it's not Hiroshi Tanahashi, what are we doing?
Oh, true. That's a very good point. I was thinking that maybe they would try to run like Kenny and Tanahashi at that point, because I think Kenny's gonna have Takeshita's title. So
I think that's also a possibility, but I just think that there's something so special about like Tanahashi's potentially last UK match, because of, I don't know, they might do Royal Quest, but that'll probably be like a 6-man tag. So I think his last UK singles match being Ospreay and that opening Forbidden Door, there's something really special about that. Because like Ospreay's gonna have like, if he's not facing Tanahashi, he's gonna have like a cool, fun like spot matches. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but like he'll have a cool match. Like he's always gonna have a cool match. He's fucking Ospreay. But I don't know. I think there's something. I think it's got to be the Tanahashi match for me personally.
Okay. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it because I kind of forgot that Zack lost the title because in my head it was so like already like right that it was gonna be a Zack main event probably against Ospreay or Kenny because he was the champion. So I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna defend his title against like that makes sense in the Forbidden Door and stuff, you know. But yeah, that's not the case anymore. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how it goes.
The Tanahashi match would go great, and I'm never gonna complain about a Zack Ospreay match in my life. Like we've seen it a lot of times. It wouldn't be new. Yes, I know, but like I would never complain in my life. And also, if they run maybe like Ospreay Gabe Kidd, I think could be interesting.
Yeah, I think Ospreay Gabe could be very interesting. It's just my thing of I've kind of been set on Tanahashi being the Ospreay match at Forbidden Door because like Tanahashi is not going to have any more matches in the US after April 11th. Allegedly. That's what they're billing his last match as, like against Takeshita. So like doing the big Takeshita match in the US, doing the big Ospreay match in the UK, it makes sense to me. But like, I'm not gonna complain whoever Ospreay faces as long as it's not like fucking Ren Narita, you know, like.
Yeah.
And also, Zack's got to face Nigel. If Zack's not facing Nigel, I will complain, no matter who he's facing.
Please, God, please. Please. I hadn't even thought about it, and I'm like, if this doesn't happen, I'm killing myself in front of Tony Khan and changing his life trajectory. Like, yes.
Also, I've seen Ospreay versus Gabe Kidd live. I've watched that match. I sat front row for it. I'll take it or leave it. I wouldn't complain about seeing it again, but like I think there's just better uses for both men on this card, to be honest.
Yeah, and I will be there no matter what. I will be there. No matter what.
I'm so seated. Yes. I saw someone ask if we know where it is yet. No, it's the O2. And I know it's the O2 because they haven't announced it yet. And they can't announce it because it hasn't been yet 3 months since the last time WWE ran the O2. But also, WWE are running the O2 again in March. So either tickets are going on sale in about a week, or they're not going to go on sale till June. Because of WWE have a 3-month exclusivity clause with the O2.
But if the tickets are going on sale in June, that's like the stupidest thing. That's just gonna fuck them up.
It's like the max capacity is way lower, so I think it'll be fine. The tickets going on sale in June.
I hope that I can.
They've announced the date and the fact that it's in London, so that's like that is my main thought process, that it's the O2 and they just can't announce it yet. Do not aggregate. This is not fact. This is my theory. JJ, shut up. Do not get me in trouble. My other theory is that they were trying to move. My other theory is that they were trying to move around Premier League dates and they were going to run Tottenham Hotspur Stadium because they have the deal with the NFL to run shows there in autumn. Remembered the words. But they wouldn't have been able to run Craven Cottage because they don't have a pitch cover, but they would be able to run Tottenham because it has a pitch cover. But I don't think either of those things are happening. It never would have been Craven Cottage. It never would have been Craven Cottage. I always said Craven Cottage, and then I learned that they don't have a pitch cover, so it would have been Tottenham, not Craven Cottage. None of this is fact. None of this is factual. None of this is a report. This is me speculating based on what I know about how the O2 Arena operates with wrestling companies. Sorry, chat. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that would be nice to do O2 as well. I mean, yeah. I will be there. I will make sure to be there somehow. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I've got to send you a Google form to fill in at some point, actually, to figure out who's going to be at what shows in like our group and who's staying together.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I
yeah.
think, I mean, I'll try to be, I'll see if I can get free Rev Pro tickets again. But
Hey
if I,
man.
even if I
Hey
don't, then I'll
man.
still buy it. It was still a fun time. I'll
I
still
need
buy
to
it.
I can pull some strings. I can chat to some people.
I could,
You
see.
know,
It's just
just
because, like, I paid
self flex,
less
self flex, self
on
flex.
I paid less on the Wembley ticket than like I would have paid in the Rev Pro one. That's like initially I was not even gonna go on the Rev Pro one, but then
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, how are we getting free ones? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never gotten anything free in my life. Movie and song breaks for the week.
Yes. Guys,
Should
if
we
you have
get
like movie super chat questions, get it in now.
Yeah,
Please.
get them in real quick. We've got about 10 minutes.
Cinema purist. Yeah, cinema purist, but go like
Hashtag
super
cinema
chat.
purist time.
Support the girls.
Yep.
Okay, movie. You can start with your movie rec for the week.
Ah, fuck, I didn't have one actually loaded up. I probably should have. Movie rec for the week. You know what I did rewatch recently? 10 Things I Hate About You, which I imagine everyone's already seen. But what an absolutely classic film. 10 Things I Hate About You is so wonderful. The main it's just the main characters are so good. Like the writing, it's always a bit spotty, you know, the day and age it came out and type of shit. Such a good, fun, light-hearted movie though. I always watch it when I'm having a bad day. But yeah, 10 Things I Hate About You, I think, would be my movie rec for the week.
Okay, that's a very good movie. I have to really think now because the thing is, I watched one movie just like I just had time to watch one movie this past week because my classes are back. I've been having like 10-hour days at university. That is just fucking brutal. But I had time to watch one movie, which was In Bruges, which is it's by Martin McDonagh, if I'm not wrong. It's like an Irish movie with Colin Farrell. I almost say Colin Farrell. With Colin Farrell and everything, it's like a very good movie. I don't know if it's for everyone's taste. I really liked it, but it is like very messy and interesting in the ways. But I really enjoy the movie. And I mean, half the movie they're just shitting about Belgium, like shitting on Belgium because they're two hitmen who have to like escape the UK after they kill someone, and they go hide in Bruges, which is a city here in Belgium. And half the movie is just them like making fun of Belgian culture. So for me, I really enjoy that part, you know. But okay, I'll do like a serious recommendation now. Still, we're close to the Oscars. Like the Oscars voting just started, so I have to lobby to you guys. Please go watch I'm Still Here. It's the Brazilian film that is nominated for Best Picture. It's the first Brazilian film in history to ever be nominated for Best Picture. Yeah, we had Brazilian films before being nominated for Best International Feature, but it's not just it's also nominated for Best International Movie, but like for actual Best Picture, you know, like it's generally like insane. And Fernanda Torres, which is the main actress, she's first of all a Brazilian icon. Her mom is known to be like the best actress in Brazil history. They're just like a legendary family. And she is phenomenal. She's nominated for Best Actress as well, which makes her the second Brazilian to ever be nominated for an acting award at the Oscars. And the first one was her mom, like 20 years ago.
So, that's incredible.
It's such like an emotional thing. And also Fernanda, she was the first Brazilian to ever win a Golden Globe as well. So, and it's such a beautiful movie. It's a real story about a family during the dictatorship in Brazil, which was like a part of the Cold War, you know, because everyone thinks like, oh, the Latin American dictatorships, it was just like something that happened in Latin America, has nothing to do with us. No, like the CIA was involved in dictatorships because of the Cold War, and it was about like the communism and like communist stress. It was a fucking mess, right? And it's about like during the dictatorships, the military dictatorships, they used to just like disappear with people. So they literally would go inside your house, take like your dad, your husband, whatever, and just disappear with them because someone said that they were communists, basically. So it's the real story about this family where the father, like it's a mom, which Fernando Torres is the father, and 5 kids that the father is just like disappeared by the military, you know? And then it's just like the family like dealing with that and like going through that. And it's so beautiful and so powerful and just phenomenal. And I never thought, no one in Brazil ever thought they would get like this far being nominated for Best Picture. But it's like absolutely deserving, and especially in the moment that the world is going on, especially for the people in the US. Yeah. I feel like it's very, very interesting to watch. It is heavy, but it's still beautiful, and it's, you know, about the hope that even though like we go through all of these bad things, we're still here like enduring, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just an amazing film. I could not say, like, it was the only ever time I was in the cinema that at the end of a session everyone applauded. It was crazy.
Really?
So yeah, it was really insane. So
You
I
saw
feel like
me on it, so I will be watching.
yeah, like it's genuinely phenomenal. So, and it's based on the book that was written by the son of this family, you know, that he wrote the book like about his family life. So everything is just like an amazing story. So I recommend this one, please. And I'm pleading now to the Oscar voters, please. We need to win something. We have the 3 nominations, at least one.
Wonderful.
But yeah, so I am very excited for that. All the Brazilians are very excited for that. It's like a very proud cultural thing that we have right now. And now in 2 weeks, it's going to come out here in Belgium, and they're going to play with English subtitles. And I'm going to take all of my friends to go watch it. I'm going to force every single person that I know to go watch that movie. So I recommend it whenever you like.
Whenever it comes out over here.
Yeah, whatever it comes out, like wherever you are in the US, I know it's already playing like in a lot of places. Or if it comes out, like, you know, if you sell the seas and you see it, I would try to give it money, but if you sell the sea, like, please go. It's worth going out of your way to watch it, you know. So just enjoy.
Wonderful.
Sorry, I'm very passionate about this film.
That's okay.
I'm very Brazilian, so yes, go watch it. And now music.
So my music recommendation for the week is Reverse Cowgirl by Mickey Darling. Mickey Darling is such an awesome artist. He's very I was going to say Midwest indie. I might get rinsed for that take if people have heard his music before. I think he's very Midwest indie. But Mickey Darling is very, very good. And Reverse Cowgirl is one of my favorite songs that he's released. But all of his music, like Vroom Vroom as well, is very, very good as well. So yeah, Mickey Darling, Reverse Cowgirl. Another fine Jade. It's the name of the song. I'm not insinuating nothing. I am naming a song.
I just remember now that we have to do like the Letterboxd already exists. We just need to share the link to the list.
Yes,
because we're making
and I've got the Spotify playlist as well.
Playlist on Spotify, and we're doing the list on Letterboxd
as
well. With
I will put those out tonight.
Oh, we also have, it's still a wrestling podcast. We also have to recommend a match, but a song.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yes, my song recommendation. I'm just gonna go with "How Many Miles" by MK I don't know, Mackie, how to say the name of this man. If MK or Mackie, but it's just what I've been listening to a lot. And it's like very nice. It's like kind of like experimental sound, but he's actually doing very big right now. He was a performer in SNL, but it's like really like chill, experimental, nice music. So How Many Miles?
Sounds good. And then match recommendation.
You have to think about this one.
I actually have to think about this one because I don't watch a lot of wrestling. That's a lot. I do watch a fair bit of wrestling. I watch a lot of live wrestling, and I'm not about to sit here and recommend Brit Rest matches to people because I will get rinsed for it. Match rec.
I have a list on my phone of like all the matches that I watched that blew my mind, and I'm just going through it and trying to like find a nice one to recommend.
If you've never seen, this is going to be such a random deep cut. If you've never seen Katsuyori Shibata versus Kyle O'Reilly from, I think it was 2016, the match they had in Japan, the one they had in the US was good as well, but the match they had in Japan. So Shibata versus Kyle O'Reilly, go watch it. I love that match so much. It is unreal scenes.
Oh, okay, I have a good one to recommend. That is a good match, better because about like the conversation we were having, because we talked about like the Golden Lovers having the match at Wembley and maybe Forbidden Door being Tanahashi and Ospreay. So there is a Golden Lovers versus Tanahashi and Ospreay tagging at a New Japan Road to Tokyo Dome 2019 show. And so you can definitely find that somewhere. I think I watched it, you know. And it's New Japan Road to Tokyo Dome 2019, Golden Lovers versus Tanahashi and Ospreay. very good match as well when Tanahashi his knees still worked, and Kata Ibushi as well could still go very much.
Hadn't lost his mind.
Yeah.
Adam, I
So
think you're correct. I think it was like Kings of Pro Wrestling. That sounds right. I think it was like the 7th of October or something like that. So yeah, Kings of Pro Wrestling sounds right. But yeah, so that is a little. It's not. I wouldn't really call it a deep cut, but it's a match that people don't really remember from either guy's catalogs. I feel.
Yeah, because they all had like matches that are, of course, much more impressive and like
Yeah.
But it's one of those great matches, just like very good matches that just kind of fall like through the cracks, and also because it's not like a big show. It's Road to Tokyo Dome. It's not a big pay-per-view or anything. So, yeah. Shout
out Colorado, bro. I wish you weren't stuck in. Well, I almost called it United Empire. Not correct. Undisputed Era in 2025.
Undisputed Kingdom.
Hands up, because I do like United Empire.
Yes,
the Crowns Up always look so much better when I have my nails on. I feel so stubby without them on. I'm so back.
It is for the bad bitches. Like we're still on this. Literally, I feel like now United Empire at this point, 2025, United Empire is just Osprey, me, and you. Like,
yeah, we are the United Empire.
There is no one else. Hell yeah, you got it, bro. Osprey, you still got the bitches. It's okay, and I have the green nails, so it matches.
You do. I'm not wearing anything green, but
which I have.
I had green hair at Royal Quest too. What can you do?
Trinity people.
Yeah. Shout out Youngblood. What tag team? I'm not wearing any wrestling merch actually. Now that I think about it, I'm just wearing a normal jacket.
This is the only wrestling merch that I have because I got it for free. So.
Yeah. Last super chat of the stream, and then we'll start wrapping up. Vernacular 199. Go-to snack when you go to the theater. I don't. I'm not a big snack person. Like, I'll get like a Tango Ice Blast. That's not a thing in America. It's basically a slushie. Like, I'll get a drink. I'm not big on snacks in the theater.
I love snacking. I will be eating for 2 hours. If there's one thing about me, I will be snacking. I usually will always get the I'm a very basic bitch with snacks though. I get like the salty and the sweet popcorn, and I just mix both of them. And in Brazil, we have the butter popcorn, which is my favorite thing in the world.
Never had butter popcorn.
Oh, fucking phenomenal. And we get the butter popcorn. And there's one cinema here in my city that is a silent cinema, so you can't make any noise, so they don't have popcorn or like any snacks. So I usually buy like a salami, like the small salamis, because you can chew those without making any noise. So it's just like while the trailers are playing, I just open I rip the bag open, trying to do like as quickly as possible, and then I just try to eat things that don't make any noise.
I respect that. Nachos, to be fair, I have gotten nachos once or twice.
But they're criminal. Like movie theater nachos are so criminal.
They're bad. But the
so
cheese dip, I would eat it with a spoon, I'm afraid.
Wait. No, but the sweet and sour popcorn, not sour, sweet and salty popcorn.
Sweet. Did you just read Sour Patch Kids in the chat?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't love popcorn.
Yeah, the nachos in the movie theater is so fucking expensive. It makes no sense.
They are. Yeah, they are. I've never gotten like a hot dog or anything at the theater. They scare me. The thought of getting a hot dogs from some places just scare me. I don't know. I'm not like a meat phobic type. That's a crazy sentence. Like I don't have issues with eating meat, but like just the thought of eating a hot dog from a movie.
Meat phobic is insane.
Listen. Anyone that knows me knows that I am not meat phobic. Anyways. Wait. We did spend 10 minutes talking about Aquatic Head. Like this podcast has gone off the rails. Okay.
That's just girls on GRAPS for you guys. Like
no, it's just girls on
10%.
We're gonna keep it real.
Yeah, 10% GRAPS, 90%. Like we don't even know what we're talking about. I bet if I watch this,
10% GRAPS, 90% we are just girls.
Yes.
Glizzyphobia is
God.
crazy, Carol. That is crazy.
We're so lucky that Monty is not here tonight. That he
Hey,
took
Monty
the
would
night
have been watching. He would have pulled up backstage and be like, girls, what the fuck?
He would have pulled the plug. It would have been like halfway through the
Yeah,
show.
like,
Just
all
like,
right, it's true. I'm like, cut. We're gonna lose all our funding. Oh, dearie
So
me.
if we still have a show next week, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we'll have a guest next week if we remember to organize anything. Maybe we won't. Maybe it'll just be us two. We'll see. Yeah. We will put out the links for the almost as Substack, not correct. For the the things that the Letterboxd and the Spotify playlist. I will put those out today. I'll make the link tree. I'll get that all set up for you guys. I had a busy week last week. It wasn't top priority. I was literally flying to Prague like 10 hours after the show. Like I had things to do. But yeah, thank you for watching. As always, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment on your way out in the actual comment section. Do we have any plugs? Watch the Dynamite review tomorrow. Oh, Relight the Fuse is tomorrow as well, I believe.
Just Road Ride on Mondays. This Monday we did a space. It should still be up on Twitter if you guys just want to listen to it. But yeah, Road Ride, Girls and Grabs, Raw review, Dynamite review. You guys know it. Subscribe, comment when the video's off the air. Please help us a lot if you comment and like.
Dynamite's on in 2 hours. I'm going to bed then.
Okay then. Good night, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And again,
if
we're allowed to be back next week, we will be back.
Yeah, if we don't get taken off air, we will see you in a week's time. Peace.